Hello and welcome to the News at 10 on NTN News 24, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Nolin Ebel-Ame. Let's begin with the headlines. National Council of States approves new chairman for INEC and NPC.
Insecurity in Nigeria is multifaceted and not only religious-driven.
Senate rejects religious narrative of Nigeria's insecurity. Nigeria's First Lady arrives in Qatar for 4-day working visit on education. Federal government hands tertiary institutions deadline to submit reports on TED Fund unutilized funds. We begin from the State House, where the National Council of State has endorsed the nomination of Professor George Ojo Amupitan as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The council at its meeting also approved the nomination of Aminu Yusuf from Niger State for chairmanship of National Population Commission, MPC. State House correspondent Musbaud Wahab reports that the Police Council's meeting was also held successfully.
President Bola Tinubu would chair the National Council of State meeting for the second time. Former heads of state, General Ibrahim Babangida and General Abdulsalami Abubakar, were online for the meeting, well attended by state governors. The meeting came timely after Professor Mahmoud Yakubu bowed out as chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. President Tinubu consequently nominated Professor George Ojo Amupitan from Kogi State to assume the leadership role of the electoral umpire. The council unanimously approved the nomination of a 58-year-old professor who specializes in company law, law of evidence, corporate governance and privatization law.
Speaker after speaker spoke glowingly of this professor as a very serious-minded scholar, a man of high integrity, and a tested and trusted hand who has never participated in any partisan politics.
Similarly, following the approval of the council, Dr. Aminu Yusuf from Niger State will now take over as the new chairman of the National Population Commission, NPC. On other matters, the Advisory Committee on Prerogative of Mercy, through the Office of Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, got approval of the council to pardon a total of 175 persons.
Of the total, email recommended for presidential clemency were about 82. Those recommended for reduced sentence for their terms of imprisonment are 65. And those recommended for reduced sentences from death to life imprisonment are about 7 in number.
The council equally sanctioned the report of the National Earners Awards Committee, which recommended a total of 824 out of about 5,000 applicants for the year 2024-2025 National Earners and Awards.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Tigers were honored for their international representation and achievements in sports. And Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the immediate past INEC chairman, was also honored for his service to Nigeria's democratic process. The list of the successful candidates will be published shortly.
The names of the Ogoni 9 and Ogoni 4, earlier honored posthumously by President Bola Tinubu for their environmental activism and sacrifice, were also included on the list of the national awardees, as well as under the prerogative of mercy. from the Police Council meeting, which held immediately after the Council approved the request of improved allocation from 0.5% to 1% of the federal allocation to the Nigeria Police Trust Fund. The Council also granted the prayer for the repeal and reenactment of the Nigeria Police Trust Fund Establishment Act 2025.
Direct the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to input all the approvals of the Council in the proposed executive bill. All these prayers have been approved.
The peaceful reports of his soul.
The Police Council observed a minute silence in honor of the 18th Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, who passed away recently.
May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen.
From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, NT News.
In a similar news, the Kogi State government has expressed profound appreciation to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the appointment of Professor Josh Ojo Amipiton as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. In a statement, the state described the appointment as a validation of the president's commitment to merit and inclusiveness, highlighting Professor Amupiton's proven track record of integrity, intellectual depth, and administrative prowess as vital for the advancement of Nigeria's electoral system. The government, on behalf of the people of Kogi State, expressed full confidence that the new INEC chairman will uphold the confidence reposed in him and ensure credible, transparent elections while bringing further honor to the state and the nation. In other news, President Bola Tinubu congratulates Al-Amin Mohammed Idris, Chief Executive of Interface Africa, on winning the Next Gen Innovation Challenge. Interface Africa, representing Kaduna, won a cash award of 1.5 million euros at the challenge's grand finale, held on Thursday at the Hilton, London, Paddington. The Next Gen Innovation Challenge is a national initiative spearheaded by the National Board for Technology Incubation, NBTI, in partnership with UKALD London. Inspired by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, the challenge is designed to unlock Nigerian youth innovative potential. President Tinubu, in a statement, commends Interface Africa for its effort in providing affordable solar financing to small businesses in Africa, noting that the cash award will support the company's mission to increase access to clean energy in underserved communities. President Tinubu also commends the other 104 participants and encourages them to keep innovating, improving lives, and shaping humanity's future. Senate will next week decide an appropriate line of action over allegation of religious persecution in Nigeria, as it emphasizes that insecurity in the country is not religious-driven. Senate views the alleged Christian persecution narrative being pushed against Nigeria as an attempt to strangulate the economy of the country and create disunity among citizens. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
The motion regarding alleged persecution of Christians in Nigeria came up at the Nigerian Senate 24 hours after their counterparts in the House of Representatives had condemned a proposed legislation on the matter being considered by the Parliament in America and Canada, though the Senate had postponed a resolution on the issue to next week to be reached during an